Welcome to Crime Chronicles. I don't think people understand how dark secrets can hide in plain sight. In Mexico City, there was a busy church where many people found peace. Father Francisco Bautista was the priest there. He seemed like a very good man. He was kind, honest, and full of faith. Father Bautista was well liked and trusted. He helped many people and made them feel important. He was always there for the poor and those in need. His words were powerful, and his actions showed he cared. People felt special when he talked to them. Every Sunday, the church was full of people who wanted to hear him speak. His messages were full of hope and love. They made people feel better and ready to face their problems. His sermons were a source of strength for many, but Father Bautista had a dark side. He had hidden desires and could be violent. This side of him was a big secret. It was very different from the good man everyone saw. This secret life was like a bomb waiting to explode. The story gets darker with Deacon Leonardo Avendaño. He was a young man training to be a priest. He was found murdered, and people suspected Father Bautista. The community was shocked. Deacon Avendaño was a good man with a bright future. His murder was a huge blow to everyone. People saw Father Bautista as a wolf in sheep's clothing. They couldn't believe the man they trusted could do such a thing. The difference between his public image and his hidden motives was shocking. It showed that even trusted people can have dark secrets. The truth was even worse than they thought. As the investigation went on, more disturbing details came out. The community had to face the fact that Father Bautista was not who they thought he was. Each new detail made the situation more mysterious and scary. The case shocked all of Mexico City. The city was used to violence, but this was different. This crime hurt people's faith and trust. The murder of Deacon Avendaño and the suspicion on Father Bautista shook the city deeply. People felt betrayed and confused. Mexico City often sees violence, but this was personal. It was a betrayal of trust between a priest and his community. The impact was deep, making people question their faith and trust in authority. How could a man of God do such a terrible thing? This question haunted everyone. It was hard to understand how someone who served God could be so brutal. This conflict made people think about the dark side of human nature. The investigation found many lies and a dark side to Father Bautista. His life was not what it seemed. Behind his good image was a man involved in corruption. Each new truth was more shocking than the last. This is the story of a murder that shook a community. It showed how fragile faith can be and how darkness can hide in unexpected places. The community had to rebuild their trust and face the darkness that had been there all along. This story is a reminder to be careful about who we trust. I remember going to church as a child. Our priest was like Father Bautista, kind and respected. When I heard about Deacon Avendaño's murder, it reminded me of those days. It made me think about how easily we trust our leaders and how hard it is when that trust is broken. This story shows that we must always be careful, even with those we respect the most. It also makes us wonder what drives a man of faith to such darkness. Is it the pressure of the role, the expectations, or something more sinister? This question might help us understand this tragic event better. Leonardo Avendaño was a young man with a bright future. He seemed like he was going to do great things. His family and community had high hopes for him. His eyes shone with ambition, and he had a strong sense of purpose. He was studying to become a priest, eager to serve God and his community. His days were full of studying, praying, and thinking. He loved reading the church's teachings and found peace in them. Everyone could see how dedicated he was to his faith. Father Bautista became his mentor and friend. Bautista was an experienced priest, respected by many. He saw potential in Avendaño and decided to help him, offering wisdom and support. Their relationship grew strong, with Bautista giving both spiritual and personal advice. They spent a lot of time together, talking about theology, sharing meals, and building a strong bond. Their conversations were deep and often lasted late into the night. They discussed religious ideas, shared personal stories, and laughed together. Their relationship was based on mutual respect and admiration. Avendaño admired Bautista and saw him as a role model. He looked up to him with great respect, believing Bautista was a true servant of God. Bautista's words guided Avendaño through his doubts and uncertainties. He trusted him completely, not knowing about the hidden darkness. Avendaño shared his fears, hopes, and dreams with Bautista. He didn't know this trust would be betrayed in a terrible way. Their relationship was more than just spiritual. There was an emotional closeness that went beyond a normal mentor-student relationship. They had a deep connection that some found unsettling. People in the community started whispering about their unusual closeness. There were rumors and secret conversations about their relationship. Some people dismissed it as gossip, but others felt uneasy. Late-night visits to the church, secret phone calls, and a level of intimacy that seemed inappropriate. These actions fueled the rumors and added mystery. The secrecy raised questions, but no one confronted them. These whispers, once dismissed as gossip, would later seem very important. The community's reluctance to address the rumors would be seen as a mistake. The signs were there, but they were ignored, leading to tragic consequences. The bond between the deacon and the father, built on faith and trust, would soon be broken by betrayal and a shocking act of violence. The events that followed left the community in shock and mourning. The trust that was once strong was now broken, and the faith was shaken. The story of Leonardo Avendaño and Father Bautista is a sad reminder of how fragile trust can be and the devastating impact of betrayal. Let's go!